I thought this was kind of funny, and I'm not going to spend more than a couple of minutes on this, but is nudity free speech? Scott, do you think nudity should be free speech? I mean, money is free speech now, right? Money is speech. Nudity is speech, right?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
I don't have any problem with it.
You,
I think if anything, if most people are uncomfortable with the other person's nudity, and if they're comfortable with their own nudity, then hey, more power to them.
I thought this was really cool. This happened yesterday here. I'm coming to you live from Portland, Oregon. And there was an interesting ruling. Let me throw up the picture here for those of us who are watching so you can see what I'm talking about. This is John Brennan. And John went through the airport here in Portland back on April 17th. He was going to take a business trip to San Jose, California. He works with groups down in Silicon Valley, flies out of the Portland International Airport here quite frequently. And as he was going through the security checkpoints, he opted out of the body scanner, and he decided to go through the metal detector and opt for the full body pat down. And apparently, after he was patted down, the TSA agent had detected some nitrates on the gloves that he used to check Brennan. And this, because as I mentioned, John Brennan, this fellow, flies out of Portland quite frequently for business trips down to California. He said he's been going through months of angst every time he goes through the security, and this was one of the final straws that sent him off, and he decided to protest. And he took off all of his clothes. And he stood there, and again, if you're able to watch the video, you're looking at the picture here. That's what the picture is. I'll go ahead and take that down for anyone who might be getting sick. It was censored in case you weren't watching, but so Brennan, this fellow, decided to take off his clothes in protest, and long story short, he was at the time accused and arrested of indecent exposure. Yesterday, here in Portland, Oregon, a Multnomah County prosecutor, or excuse me, rather, a judge ruled, Judge David Rees ruled that Brennan's nudity is an act of protected speech. Brennan said after the trial, quote, in some way or another, the court system works, and nudity is protected speech in Oregon. This is interesting. A prosecutor against Brennan said that if his actions are considered protected by the First Amendment, then anyone who is arrested while nude can also claim that their actions are a protest. But that's not necessarily the case according to the judge who made the ruling. Again, that's Judge David Rees. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And basically what it comes down to is the law says that naked people are only breaking the law if they're having sex in public or getting undressed with, quote, the intent of arousal, the sexual desire of another person, end quote. When Brennan left the stand yesterday, he said that his protest was intended to give the TSA an idea of the effects its policies have on travelers, especially the body scanners that produce images of passengers without their clothes on. He said, more or less, what's the difference? I don't want a naked picture taken of me. I don't want a naked picture of me available out there. And he wanted to show the TSA that it's a two-way street. Well, Mr. John Brennan, I applaud you for standing up for your free speech rights, except now there is a naked picture of you out there floating around going viral on the internet. So I thought that was kind of cool, and I'm a big advocate.
Hey, good on him.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate of free speech. I think free speech is crucially important to our democracy, and
Not only that, the self-sacrifice he did in order to protest. I mean, are you willing to get naked in front of the TSA? I'm not, but hey, this guy obviously was to prove a point, and good on him. I'm not willing to do that. So it's a good form of protest. It proves the sheer lunacy and the violation of your at the very least, your Fourth Amendment rights going through the TSA. And so good, good on this guy.
Yeah, kind of taking a page out of the Rush Limbaugh book as he, uses this lame excuse to kind of justify all of his freaking absurd actions, but using absurdity to highlight absurdity. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, nudity is free speech, at least here in the state of Oregon. And, for what that's worth, I thought that was kind of funny to share with you. Who doesn't like nudity first thing in the morning? And
I think what Jerry Seinfeld said. There's good naked and bad naked. That's bad naked right there.
Yes.